Hey, how you doing? This is Kitch, and you are watching me play Factorio. I just came down from the module making facility area, or well, not really, kind of in the old science setup, where I laid down another set of solar panels. We had a couple of them stocked up. We're actually having a production problem back at the main base because we're running a little bit low on copper. Which is something we'll probably have to deal with. I talked through my train exit. And I also went down and grabbed some station building materials, so we have those. I want to look into designing some stations to feed our science module in this setup, and I've been thinking a little bit and running some designs in my mind, and I think I want to try to go a bot-based. Even though I've had problems with those in the past, I think it's something it'll be fun to try to overcome. It's not in my comfort zone. It's not something I do very often. So let's go ahead. We'll roll the intro, and we will get to designing some bot-based stations. All right, let's just lay down some track here. I think I want to start working on the iron station. It's by far going to be the biggest one. And it's going to be an 8-car setup with 2 engines. So the first 2 slots, and then we will want to start unloading right here. And I'm not sure if we're going to use all of these chests. Placing inserters the wrong way. That's going to actually be a loading thing, Kitch. There we go. Okay, those are going to be requester chests, so they're going to drop it off into providers. That's going to come to the requester, get loaded onto the train, then you're going to go on your way. The problem I've had with bot stations in the past is that preferences go to specific chests based on distance, and things generally get bogged down. So I'm going to see if we can do some things to help prevent that. Where'd my thing go? There it is. It was showing up behind the screen. Okay, so a train car holds what? 2,000 ore, right? And we have 12 buckets here. So if we divide that by 12, that means each one of these chests needs 166.6 ore in order to fill up a train car. That's all you need. You don't need any more than that in order to do your job. So let's put a little bit of tolerance on that. Let's say 170. Let's multiply that by 2, and that gives us a total of 340. All right, that gives us a place to start at least. So if we set you to request 340 iron ore, and we take that request and basically copy it like that, that gives you enough ore to fill up 2 train cars. Well, no, I don't think I'm going to. I was thinking about maybe hooking this up to a logistic network or to a circuit network and controlling the request based off of that, where we have a combinator to adjust all of them. But I don't think I'm going to do that. I've been trying to avoid, if it's not obvious, I've been trying to avoid circuit conditions in this science setup. I'm just thinking UPS, and I know they've been optimized quite a bit. But one thing I do know is that not using them is going to always be more efficient than using them, because even no matter how good they are, I'm sure they're not free. Although I think that one might be, because I don't think they update any longer if nothing changes. So I think it would set once, and then it would just basically hold that, and it might actually end up being so close to free that it doesn't make a difference. But I'm not going to worry about it. Let's see, that's going to be 7? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 slots. And I did this at the beginning because I'd actually read it somewhere or caught something about limiting this actually is more efficient than not. And it doesn't make sense to me, but someone had posted something. It was a comment, and I forgot the name. I'm sorry, but I read through it, and the post made an argument. It's splitting hairs a little bit, but it makes sense. Here, let's just go. I'll try to explain what I think I was reading. And it kind of made a little bit of sense to me. Again, probably not much. We're not going to be saving huge, getting huge UPS gains here, but it's better than nothing. Let's grab a chest and let's grab another chest. It doesn't matter what kind of chest it is. We'll just make them different colors in order to differentiate them a bit. So let's throw like a railroad track here. Let's throw like half. Let's do that configuration right there, right? And then let's throw some railroad tracks in here and we'll get this inserter working and then we'll look at what happens. So it's going to fill up this stack first. And then it's going to fill up this stack. And then it's going to fill up this stack down here. So what that kind of suggests, and then it's going to go here, is that it's searching for the first empty slot. So it's actually going to search all of these slots and then find this one finally at the end, worst case scenario, and fill that up. But it still has to search through every single slot to see if there's a stack that it can actually append to. So whenever we limit this, and let's grab like some of these items out and do that right there, and then throw some more rail in here. It's going to fill up this stack, and then it's going to not search through these because they're blocked off. So we're actually saving operations there. These don't even get evaluated at all. So I haven't seen the code, but it makes sense to me that might impact things slightly. I don't know, and even if there's an underlying data structure that is preserving that in a cache somewhere, the blocking them off, I would assume, would keep the cache from, not being evaluated anymore. So it's going to be checking less slots no matter what. Again, I don't know if it's true or not. That's just something I read on the internet. And if it makes a little bit of sense to me that it could be an effect, it's, what's the worst case here? The worst case is that it does nothing and it just looks funny. Best case is we save 0.0003 UPS. I'm for it. I'm a fan. Okay, so that gets all set up there. That looks good. We need to make a real blueprint of that. This is new. Right click remove. Okay, it's still the same. Got this. Export to string. Okay. Icons. We can do things, stuff. All right. Components. All right. So right click remove. Left click restore. Nothing's changed. It's just a different look. I got all excited there for a second. What I'm testing here is it seems like if I did that and I didn't hit enter like that, the name wouldn't stick. So if I just clicked off of it, okay, nope, that's still a thing. All right. You actually have to hit enter, and then it'll stick. If you name it something else and you just click off of it, it looks like it's there, but it's totally not. Okay, we were getting rid of that. Back to Kitch's blueprint. All right. Yeah, got to hit enter on that. All right, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 is how big that train is going to be. With all of your requests set. All right, and then the plan, and we'll just see how this works out. The plan is to, oh, that was one of my special blueprints. Let's just restore that. Actually, we don't need any of that because that's going to be an unloading station. So all this is invalid. My plan was to bring in basically double that, size 16 trains coming in from the wilderness. Now, these small ore patches, I don't know if that is going to be a good idea. I was hoping that whenever we regenerated the ore, it would regenerate them bigger, and who knows, maybe it actually did. But it seems like they just got thicker, not bigger. But that means we don't get as many iron miners on a patch, which means that they're going to mine a lot slower. And unless we get like a whole bunch of speed modules, size 16 train may be a little bit slow. I think I calculated at like 150 miners, it was going to take like 7 minutes to load or something like that, or to get enough ore to actually fill that train. We'll start with it and we'll see where we end up. So if I do a size 8 train with 2 locomotives, size 16 train would have 4 locomotives, right? That's how math works. I know that is not optimal, but it seems reasonable. So I'm going to go with that. You guys are going to unload into a chest that we want to limit just to keep things kind of evenly distributed. Let's do maybe 7. So each one of these chests has enough to completely fill one of these chests at any given time. Which one did I do? That one. All right, so 4 cars there. We can recycle this blueprint. Take out the stuff in the middle. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And we take that. And we can paste it up here. And we're out of requester chests. Or, sorry, provider chests is what those are. All right, and that is a large station. We might see if there's something we can do about that. But for now, I think I'm good with it. I'm going to move this over a little bit just to have a little bit of room, with not having a whole bunch of trees end up in my inventory. We'll take that and move it over. And let's take that and move it. Let's see, we want 4 on the side, and due to the way that railroad tracks work, this isn't going to line up perfectly. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's where we want you. Let's start it as close as possible. Okay. And one of you trains should be enough to fill 2 of these trains, right? That's how math works. All right. Are we going to be able to power this? That is another question I have. Let's see. I thought I grabbed some subs. I did. I don't know that they'll reach that far. Of course they not. Well, why would that be a thing that is? But we may be able to fit one in the middle here somewhere to make that work. Let's just take this down to like the end. Does that cover there? That covers there. That's no overlap. Was that actually correct? It was. Oh, that's lame. Let's see. We have the potential of having things up front for the stations. So let's try to line this up from the back. I think that makes the most sense. So we'll get you guys right there. That'll come directly across, and it's not going to tie up. But we have coverage on all of the things, and we could at some point do something like that and connect those two together. All right, let's see. I want to fill this out. Let's see. You've got the chests. You've got the chests. And are we missing anything else? Is that me missing inserters? I think so. Let's see. I think you've got the inserters. And I don't know if that's going to be enough. One thing I'm thinking about maybe doing. Here's our chests. Do we need any more subs or any of this stuff? Maybe roboports. Just grab them. Oh, inserter train, come back. I'm going to flip you on manual real quick. Stack inserters. None of this other stuff we need. I want to drop off my garbage. Do I have any in my trash? No. All right, go back your way. Yeah, another thing I'm thinking is, what if we did... What if we took that station out and brought it down here? And then took this station out and brought it up here. What I'm seeing, like, if we were to run this just kind of the way it is right now, without any of the limits or anything else on it, with all things being just kind of normal, without any thought to it at all, what would happen is that let's just say we had these two stations right here. These would basically fill up these guys right here, and these guys would just lag behind. Just lag horribly behind. Eventually, they would completely fill up, and the train's just going to basically sit here and be stuck while it's trying to unload stuff there. And it's just the uneven loading of bot stations has always bothered me. And what I'm thinking about here with this setup is that no chest is really far away from another one. These up here are really close together, and the ones down there are really close together. Granted, we've got some stuff going on here where this one's actually closer than this one. But I'm wondering if we minimize that with the setup that we have here, rather than just getting them both in the middle, and then we have that bunching up problem with basically that station and the one down there. We have a little bit of extra length here for some of these stations, but I'm not sure how big of a deal that's going to be. I haven't been using creative mode at all in this series. This sounds like one of those things where it might be a really good idea. Okay, let's take you out. You will come down and you will go out, so we could make that an outline. The out's going to come, and we're going to have an in coming in like that. Let's see. That's going to be the tight corner there. I'm thinking stacker. One train here, one train here. I think we can fit two trains in a line there, maybe. I think we can with the curve. Depending on how that feeds in. I'm wondering if we need a stacker at all. If that just this long line here could be our stacker. Otherwise, we could do a let's see, that would have to go and tie in like that. Nope. Yeah, I don't think that's going to fit. We do that right there. That comes down like that. That comes down like that. Measure that far right there. That's going to be enough room, I believe. Okay, that goes out, and we could tie that in to the line wherever. Is that lining up? Yeah. Ooh, nope, never mind. Because I forgot one essential ingredient that you need in a bot-based station. It's pretty essential, pretty non-optional. Let's see if we move that out to like right there. I think that works. All right, because we're gonna need to put roboports in our bot station. I think that would probably be a very good idea. Let's see, to get just base coverage. There. Actually, I think I want to move that out. And the reason why is to have these this space in the middle in order to basically fill up the fill up all the roboports that you possibly can. Yeah, I think that right there will do it. And then we can just use this setup here. And place it on that side. We don't need you. We don't need you. We probably will need you and you, but for now, to get the coverage, we do not. All right, and then you... curl you around and get you tight in there as well. And make you long enough so that you can have a parking area behind that is all you. And your exit will be down there. What's the length here? That's basically what we need. Can we do that with this equipment? Yes. That doesn't look right to me. But I think those are a little bit further apart. Yeah. That's going to be what it is. And I can be happy with that. All right, so this will probably take down where it goes. It'll probably have a different return line because I don't want these tracks to cross if they don't have to. This one right here will come in from up there. I guess they're going to have to cross somewhere. I mean, they're not going to cross in this particular situation, but we're going to have more stations than this. We're going to have them for copper. We're going to have them for all sorts of things. And as I'm just thinking about it right now, we probably want this to be bigger so we can buffer up more. I don't know. Maybe. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I'll just have to think about that a bit. But signal. 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 They're pretty long trains there. Let's see if that's a stacker. Let's just put them side by side here. I believe we want that one to be a chain. Those are going to park up here. Chain, chain, chain. Signal, signal. And I wonder if this is enough room to park another train. Kind of looks like it, doesn't it? That'd be nifty to have like a little backup thing there for a train, for the next train coming in to be able to park there and clear out all that. Give us an extra parking place. All right, and as for you, do I have this set up wrong? Yes. That one's going the wrong way. All right, so this will most likely be an out. Yeah, because you're coming from the other direction. That makes sense. We may want to feed this in from a different direction then. Well, but we still want the stacker. I guess they're gonna have to cross. We're gonna have to cross the streams. So somewhere where you're coming in. We're going to throw one of these in there, which isn't optimal, but it's not entirely terrible. They're going to be big trains. What's being attacked? That sounds serious. It's our new wall. I haven't run on the artillery train over here. Probably need to. I just wanted to make sure everything was built up. And does our artillery train have any ammo in it? It's got plenty of ammo in it. Let's take the circuit condition off. Let's see, that's not a station anymore. And yeah, we'll send him back on his rounds and let him do his thing. All right, so yeah, for copper, For copper, we can do a minimized version of this, just with basically two less cars on each of these and 4 less cars on this. For stone and coal, it's going to be a fairly similar setup, I guess. I don't know. We'll have to see how that works. Because I think we're going to have a coal train and a stone train coming in to feed our coal and stone train. That might get interesting. Now that I'm thinking about it, we'll have to play with that a bit to see how that works out. And the fluid station's just going to be transferring fluids back and forth, and we can do big, huge tank buffers. I don't think that one's going to be a problem at all. Watch it be the one that's the biggest problem. But it's not the one that I'm completely worried about right now. All right, well, I'm going to sit and ponder this idea for a moment and see if that's going to be something that's going to be even close to practical. We need to flip this station around and have it go the other way. I think that's the... Oh, no, that's not going to help. That's not going to give us our waiting area. I think we're going to have to do an in and out. I don't like this cross here. It's going to have to cross somewhere. I don't want it crossing here whenever this one needs to get out. But that is something to think about next time. Thank you very much for watching. I really appreciate it. I will see you then. Have a good one.